Does anyone have any stuff coming up? I wanted to help you maybe release some fear or maybe a limiting belief that is coming up. Do we have a courageous person that would like some help right now? I wanted to do a demonstration of our Belief Buster process with you. Because remember, what do? When there is a challenge, when there is a setback, we use that setback to be able to create some incredible change. I won't choose you, Kazi. We chose you yesterday. But who would like to be an amazing example? Who would like to be able to maybe release some fear, a limiting belief or a limiting decision that's been holding you back, or specifically that has been triggered in this process right now? Okay, Sophie, I'm going to choose you. So Sophie, can you unmute yourself?
Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Good, thank you. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you. So what we're going to do is ideally work on what's coming up for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. So everybody, the key is to look at, if there is conflict, if there is challenge, if there is a setback. So this is why I kind of did this challenge, which is to bring up all of this stuff. Okay. And then we use that because the challenge gives us a deeper part of the unconscious. We would never get to this part without the challenge or without the ordeal. So number one, Sophie, what's the area of life that's coming up for you?
I really was resonating when you were talking about health and
health. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And what specifically is coming up? Like we've just done an ordeal. What was your ordeal around health for today?
For today, to be honest, it's a bit of an everyday thing, but just surrounding my body image and how much that limits me in more areas than I'd like to admit.
What specific area is it limiting you right now?
Accepting any type of praise, like regardless of whether it's to do with my body image, even in my work that I'm doing. Mm-hmm. Sorry, I got so emotional before. Now I'm like,
this is awesome. Take a deep breath in. What's the emotion coming up now? This is great. You're so courageous, Sophie. So you push it in. This is a challenge. You push all this stuff in. You put a really beautiful smile on, but you push all of this stuff in. And this is the challenge. We got to help you release it in a safe way. How does that sound? Yeah. Notice you're covering your mouth. This is your pattern. You don't speak up. You don't ask for help. You don't receive. This is your pattern. Take a deep breath in and out. So what's the emotion, the specific emotion that's coming up right now for you?
I think it's like hurt, like sadness for.
Mm-hmm. And so it starts in your chest and moves to your throat. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, you may have noticed that. Sophie touched her heart first, and then your throat. Okay, so it's hurt in your heart. Okay. Are you ready to do this, my dear?
Yes.
because life can change on the other side of this. Because what's actually going to happen is you're going to be able to receive after this process. Receive love.
Yeah.
Receive compliments. And maybe even receive wealth as well. That's what I find when we work on this pattern. How does that sound?
Yes, it sounds great.
That's good. Just getting your commitment.
I'm really happy.
All right.
I'm really happy to be here, and I feel like I'm just really. This is my my piece of gratitude for the morning. I'm glad I jumped on.
Awesome. We're glad you're here too. You're going to help so many people, by the way, with this, because when you get this, 30% of the group just pops straight at because they've got the same pattern. So you're helping other people. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting leverage on you because you probably help others more than yourself as well. Okay. So take a deep breath in and out, shut your eyes. A moment ago, we talked about health, but then what we really found out was that it was more the emotional health side. And what we also found, what you said is that you have challenges receiving compliments. And then when we went deeper, we talked about your self-image, and more specifically, then we went to hurt. And we found that there was some significant hurt happening, and it was in your chest. And can you feel that hurt right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, between 0 and 10, where's the hurt? 10 out of 10 is the most.
It's probably good, like 7 or 8.
It's, yeah, probably more like a 7, I'd say. I just want you to put your awareness on it and just really feel that feeling of hurt. It's about a 7 out of 10. It's in your heart. It's in your heart chakra, basically. And just intensify it. Take it to an 8 and a 9. That's it. There we go. There we go. Let it come. Let it come. This is you putting on a brave face. Just let it come. Letting go. That's it. You're safe. You're safe. There we go. You've been avoiding this emotion.
Yes.
And we just need to feel it. Just let it come up. Just feel it. Just intensify it. You jump in, you jump out. I can see that. So just go back to your chest, intensify it as much as you can, and just really feel it. And really feel that feeling of hurt. That's it. There we go. And I'm just going to ask you a series of questions now. The first answers are the ones that we're looking for. We just use the intuition. The intuition is the first response. And so as you connect to this feeling of hurt, if I was to ask you, when was the root cause of this hurt? If you were to know, was it before, during, or after your birth? First answer.
After.
And the age, first number. Don't even think, that flashes up.
5.
5. So I want you to take a deep breath in now as you, and exhale. And I want you to float up out of your body. And just imagine there's a timeline and notice your past. And I want you to go back along your timeline to age 5, the root cause of hurt. And just notice the event. Stay above the event, notice the event. Let me know when you're there.
I'm feeling a little bit blocked, to be honest with you.
That's protection. You're just protecting yourself. So just float up higher. You're safe. And just follow the feeling. And as you go back, age 5, the root cause of hurt, and just go back there now. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions. As you go back to age 5, who was involved? First answer.
My mum.
Your mum. There we go. And so age 5, mum's involved. And what did you decide at age 5?
That I am not good enough unless I look a certain way.
Bingo. There we go. So you started to compare yourself back then at age 5. Breathe, take a deep breath in and out. And so mum was involved. Age 5, you started to compare yourself. Notice if you can now start to see a bit of a picture. Can you start to see yourself?
Yeah.
There we go. Getting clarity now. That's awesome. And just notice the whole story. Notice the whole story that started to play out. Where you decided that you needed to compare yourself, that you weren't good enough. Mum was involved, age 5, and you felt really, really hurt. And this started off kind of like a chain of events. Is that making sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And now what I want you to do is move directly above the event. You can see the whole situation. You're looking down on the event. And I just want you to, as you look at this with your mindset now, what do you need to learn to release all of the hurt? And as you get the positive learnings, just speak them out. What are the positive learnings to release all of the hurt? It's like that. Yep. Please share.
I have the power to create my own path.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah. Although sorry.
No, this is great. We're loosening the grip on this. Okay, what else do you need to learn about yourself to release all of the hurt? See the whole event.
That even before birth, I've possessed a power inside me, and I just need to unlock it. And I need to accept what has been blocking me before I can change it.
Does everyone notice your voice just changed? Did everyone see that? Everyone hear that, I should say? Everyone hear your voice change? Awesome. So what I want you to do is stay at that event. Stay at that event. There's more work to do.
Sorry.
That's all right. So you're above the event. You can see the whole scenario. Mum's there. Okay. There's a little you, age 5. Now what I want you to do is move before the event. So you're just before the event, before it occurred. Notice, and just notice who you were before. This didn't even exist. This stuff didn't even exist before this. Like, it wasn't even in your mind about comparing or anything like that. You had all your energy. Just notice that. And see, before the event, you're in a release position. We can see this as like a weight's just lifted off your shoulders. What else do you need to learn? Is there any other learnings that are just bubbling up right now? That the learnings of which will release all of the hurt?
I don't know. I think it's just more to do with tapping back into my innocence before being affected by external influence and being essentially told what I should think.
So now what's a learning? Instead of being told what you should think, what could you learn instead?
Thinking what I want to think.
Yeah, look at that. See, who you are is really cheeky. Look at this. Who you are is really, really cheeky. There's part of you that would probably like to tell people to fuck off. That may happen after this intervention, by the way. And see, just because mum was hurt, you don't need to be. Just because mum compares herself, you don't need to do that shit. Some people are like, oh, I've lost my innocence or whatever it is because of this. No, you've just forgotten. There's just layers of stuff. We've just taken on other people's programming. But the great thing is that once we start to see that, we can just go back to our authentic power. And so I want you to just move back in time a little bit. You may notice who you are authentically has a loud voice. Who you are authentically was cheeky. It just triggered the fuck out of mum because she had a wound, right? That's what happened here. So she, like, you couldn't have had a relationship with mum. This is the thing. You having a really, loud voice, being cheeky, all that type of stuff, because mum was wounded. And it's like, I love you, mum, but sorry, I'm not you. I've got to let you go. And instead of having a wounded relationship, create an authentic relationship. And so what I want you to do now is just float down into little 5-year-old you. And as you float down into the little 5-year-old you, look through your eyes and just check, is the hurt there or has it gone?
No, it's just a little bit cheeky.
Yeah, there we go. Look at that. Hurt's completely gone. Now what I want you to do is you're inside the event. I want you to look at mum. I want you to see mum. Mum's changing and you can see mum is a little wounded girl. A little wounded girl. Just see that. And you're growing. You're getting bigger as you tap into your authentic power. And just see mum. And maybe see mum at the age of where it originated for her as this little wounded child, this little wounded girl. And as you rise and you keep rising higher and higher and higher, and your voice is getting louder and louder as you tap into your authentic power, and you look at mum, what do you need to learn as you see mum as now the wounded little child?
She's just the same as me.
No. This is it. This is it. And so this is where we can forgive mum and we can go, mum, I love you, but I'm sorry. I'm not holding on to this pattern anymore. Please forgive me because I'm letting you go. Take a deep breath in. And again, looking at mum, I love you so much. I'm so sorry you went through this, but I'm not you. Please forgive me because I'm letting you go. I'm letting you go. And thank you for all of the support and all of that type of stuff. Even though you make me sometimes feel fucking guilty, I love you anyway. And notice you're switching on. You're becoming the adult now. This is what's happening energetically. Because you had the answers before this event. This is it. You had the answers. You had the authentic power. And that's what we're doing is we're unlocking your authentic power. And I want you to float out of this now and see yourself, see your mum. What do you need to learn, again, to release all of the hurt fully and easily and forgive?
I need to learn how it's manifesting in my life and how I can unlock. I can use that to unlock further potential, and I can use that to help my mum do the same.
Bingo. And all you have to do to help your mum is be an example. Be an example of unlocking your authentic power. being an example of turning up the volume of your true voice. So take a deep breath in and out. You've held on to this pattern so long because that's how you thought you had to relate to people. Okay, now we're letting go. So I want you to float up a little bit higher, gather any new positive learnings, letting go all of the hurt, because the opposite of hurt is acceptance and forgiveness. And really what we're doing is accepting and forgiving yourself. The little you has been locked inside. This is it. The little you is now coming back out. And the voice is going to be louder. The feelings are going to be strong. You're going to be able to receive wealth, love, acceptance, abundance. And this is just going to pick up speed. This is what's going to happen over time. This is just going to grow. Your confidence is going to grow. Your ability to receive is going to grow. And so now what I want you to do is start to float back to now. As you start to float back to now, I want you to see the pattern of this hurt. And as you see the pattern of this hurt, now see all the opportunities to be able to accept yourself and other people, to be able to forgive, to be able to let go. See all the opportunities to turn the volume up of your true voice. See all the opportunities to unlock your authentic power, to rise to a new level of authentic leadership. And suddenly you're just grateful, because this pattern is the key. People think we shouldn't have hurt, we shouldn't have all of these wounds. No, it's a key. You're just one of the lucky ones that got to wake up out of the wound. Now there's going to be a desire to be able to make an impact and help other people. Maybe help other people that have had hurt and have been switched off their voice. As you fully actualize this, you're the lucky one that has become conscious. And as we transition your life and we move into acceptance and forgiveness and being able to receive love, there'll be a natural desire to help other people. By being an example, not fixing them, by being an example, by unlocking your power, by getting results in your life, by forgiving and letting go, and turning up the volume of your true voice. And just notice that. See all the old patterns, notice they're dropping away as you see new possibilities, all the opportunities to connect, all the opportunities to accept yourself, all the opportunities to speak up. Just notice that. And when you're ready, start to come back to now. And come back into this room, take a deep breath in and out. I just want to check, as you come back into your body now and take a deep breath in and out, can you smell popcorn?
No.
Oh, good. That's good. Welcome back, by the way. How do you feel?
I feel overwhelmed in the best way possible.
Yes. We've switched on your energy.
Yes.
Okay. So there's this energy that's going to be growing now. The key is to be around a supportive environment after we do this work. Have a hot bath if you can, drink a whole heap of water. But most importantly, we do mindset work, everybody, so that you take action. So go and execute on that list as fast as you possibly can and reach out to this community. This is your tribe. This is your community. Build relationships here because, like I said, there's two things. We want to have a really supportive community around us once we've done emotional work or mindset work, like this community. And then number two, we want to execute on new strategies. So doing new things. So well done. Big E-clap, everybody. How good was that? Sophie, you're amazing. You helped so many people in this course just then. And what an amazing demonstration as well.